What is up, everybody? I am Steve SVU, and welcome to Week 4 of the ODL Draft League. My opponent this week is Kyle Crosby, owner of the Pounding Pelippers. My opponent this week has Galarian Slowking to start us off, which is an amazing defensive utility Pokemon, being able to support a large portion of his team. But not only that, but he also has Alola Ninetales, which is an incredibly amazing support Pokemon with Aurora Veil and Encore. Not to mention that Ice and Fairy is an amazingly strong offensive typing, including with the buffs to Snow being able to boost the defenses of Ice types. But on top of all that, he has even more bulk with ORTHWORM. ORTHWORM being able to absorb any ground type moves thanks to its Earth Eater ability, as well as having incredibly threatening Iron Dance body press sets. This mon is incredibly difficult to deal with, and that's even if you're ignoring the fact that it can Shed Tail in this league as well, which is an incredibly difficult thing to play around. Mega Pidgeot and Meowscarada round out his offensive speed tiers, being able to be incredibly fast and hit insanely hard, especially Mega Pidgeot with its 100% accurate hurricanes and heat waves. But on top of all that, it can keep itself healthy with Roost and pivot out with U-turn. And Meowscarada, everyone knows exactly what it does. It has amazing coverage, including Triple Axle, Play Rough, and Low Kick. And Flower Trick guarantees crits, so that means I can't even really set up with my defenses very much. And being able to pivot in and out with U-turn is just generally very strong as well. And Palossand helps round out some of his more defensive core as well, being able to switch in fairly easily on a lot of moves, even super effective ones, because of its incredibly strong defenses. Loft pairs up really well with Galarian Slowking, being able to be an incredibly good lead Pokemon with Anger Shell and potentially Focus Sash, but also being able to be a really good regenerator Pokemon alongside Galarian Slowking. And Regieleki with its amazing speed allows it to outspeed everything outside of Scarfers, and hit insanely hard with its transistor boosted electric type moves, pretty much forcing me to bring a ground type of some kind. And that's not even including his Terra Captains with Stab, Terra, Baxcalibur, and Free Terra Blastoise. Stab Terra Bax is an insanely strong Pokemon. Being able to Terra into Dragon or Ice type is incredibly useful for him, especially considering he can always run SD Dragon Dance and hit off incredibly strong Scale Shots and Icicle Spears while holding a loaded dice. And then Free Terra Blastoise, you can never count that thing out because it can always get up a Shell Smash and sweep my team, being able to Terra out of any water type weaknesses and Terra into possibly a ground type to avoid any potential paralysis, as well as being able to get very strong stab into a lot of things on my team. But even outside of the ground typing, being able to Terra water is also incredibly powerful. And if he decides to Terra Ice to give him double stab Ice Beam, that also boosts his defense in Snow. Of course, looking at all of these offensive ice types, I needed something to be able to eat their hits incredibly well. So of course that's why I wanted to bring Heatran as my first pick. Heatran generally does incredibly well into this team, being able to hit incredibly hard with Magma Storm and Flash Cannon, because Blastoise is the only thing that really resists it, and I can use Roar as he's setting up a Shell Smash to force him out. Toxic allows me to get good damage off on things like Palossand or even Baxcalibur if they try switching in on me. And my Shuka Berry always allows me to live at least one +1 Earthquake from Baxcalibur. But of course, if Blastoise gets set up early, I really need some priority to be able to knock it down a notch, so that is why I brought Bisharp as my second pick. Bisharp, again, generally does fairly well into this team, as does the Ice type as a whole. Bisharp being able to hit Galarian Slowking incredibly hard is very nice, as well as being able to live just about any hit from Baxcalibur as well, and hit for super effective with Iron Head. Sucker Punch allows me to hit Blastoise even if it's set up, as well as outspeed and get massive damage off on Mega Pidgeot, or even a Regieleki for that matter. And having Stealth Rock allows me to get very good chip off on anything that decides to switch in on me, unless they're running Boots. But then again, if they are running Boots, that means they're not running things like Choice Band, Choice Scarf, or even Loaded Dice. However, of course, with all these steel types running around, I am still very weak to ground, so I needed something to be able to always switch in on them, so that's why I brought Specially Defensive Gliscor. Gliscor being able to always switch in on things like Palossand allows me to force a lot of switches, as well as the fact that he always is able to switch in on Regieleki as well. And with a Swords Dance set, I am always able to 2-hit KO just about everything on his team outside of maybe Blastoise, because with Knockoff and Brick Break, I'm able to hit everything insanely hard. Roost this lets me be able to get some HP back if I am able to predict the switch. But of course, with all the snow around, as well as the potential threat of Aurora Veil, I wanted something to be able to always hard counter it. That's why I am bringing Sunny Day Screamtail. With leftovers, I'm able to get a good amount of health back on a good majority of its Pokemon outside of super effective hits. I'm running him mainly with defense investment this week because that allows me to always be able to switch in on Excalibur, because if he's hitting me with neutral hits, he's not really going to be doing that much damage, and I can get off a Thunder Wave and be able to cripple him if he tries to set up on me. Play Rough also allows me to do just generally solid damage into it. Psychic Fangs allows me to always break through any Aurora Veil should he decide to bring it. And Sunny Day, of course, allows me to get rid of any of his snow shenanigans from Chilly Reception Slowking or Snow Warning Ninetales. However, of course, I do definitely need a lot more offense on this team, as I feel like this is a very passive team so far. That's why I'm bringing Choice Scarf Sneasler. With a Choice Scarf, I'm able to outspeed everything on his entire team incredibly easily. Close Combat and Dire Claw is able to hit everything for neutral outside of Galarian Slowking, which is why I'm throwing on Throat Chop. U-Turn lets me be able to pivot in and out of battle incredibly easily as well. And Poison Touch allowing me to get poisons off on anything outside of Orthworm or Galarian Slowking is incredibly helpful as well. And to finally round out this offensive duo, I am finishing off with Terra Steel Dragon Dance Salamence. With Crunch and Brick Break, again, that dark fighting coverage hits his team insanely hard. But not only that, if I'm able to predict him going for an Ice type move on Excalibur or Alola Ninetales, and I'm able to get a free Dragon Dance off as I Terra Steel, Ironhead is able to do massive damage into everything not named Orthworm, and I can even get off a Brick Break after the fact and potentially kill it in 2 and live just about any hit that he is able to throw off on me. And a Lumberry allows him to shake off any paralysis from Galarian Slowking. And if I'm able to get even 1 kill off, Moxie allows me to be able to snowball and potentially sweep, so long as I play him right, of course. But that is it for week 4 of the ODL Draft League. Thank you to my opponent Kyle for the amazing battle this week. I really appreciate you, man. Always appreciation for the opponents. And of course, shoutouts to my boys Kenny and Nate for all the help this week, and including 2 new guys on this channel, TNT and Willow Rush. Thank you guys so much for all the help this week. I really appreciate you guys. And again, like I mentioned before, if you're liking the content, please drop a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and let's get right into the battle. Alright everybody, welcome back to the battle. Alright, so here we are. Honestly, I am not expecting much from like any of these guys, to be honest. Like I wasn't expecting pretty much any of them aside from Glowking, Orthworm, Blastoise, and Excalibur. Palisand I did see come, but I only saw it when Glowking didn't come, so that's very interesting to see. And Cloth, that is a very interesting bring as well, but okay. So it kind of sucks that no Alola Tails here, so pretty much all of my prep for screens is kind of just dead on arrival. I do kind of suspect that he is going to go for some sort of like Rocks lead, so either Orthworm, Palisand, or even Cloth. I could see that. I do kind of like the idea of going for Gliscor or even just going for Sneasler, because then I can possibly just U-turn on something. No, Meowscarada is very interesting as well, but that's sort of something that I want to try to do. Yeah, I do like that idea. Just leading this. Okay. That is fine. I do kind of just want to go for U-turn, and I'm probably going to U-turn into Bisharp then, because honestly, Bisharp isn't that crazy here. The only thing I could really use it for is Palisand, but even then it's a ground type, so it's not exactly ideal. And also Glowking as well, I could, as long as it's not Colberberry. But yeah, just going for U-turn. I'm sort of suspecting that he is either a Pokesash set with like Anger Shell, or okay. Alright, the poison is pretty good. I do not think Cloth gets anything that can hit Gliscor, so I'm going to go for Gliscor here. Ooh, okay, that's kind of huge. Kind of big actually for him. Yeah, I'm going to go for knockoff myself. But yeah, my Toxic Orb going away is pretty huge here. if I'm going to be completely honest. Because that leaves me being open to being status by other things, though there isn't really much that can status Gliscor right here. But all only that, but just generally just not being that great here. Okay, Choice Band. Alright, very interesting. I do think he's going to go for an Ice-type move. He's not D-Dance, so that is pretty good. I do suspect the Ice move, if he goes for a Dragon-type move, going for Heatran is still just fine here. Okay. Yep, this is totally okay. I kind of just want to go for Magma Storm here, just to get good damage off on things. I do kind of just want to go for Flash Cannon as well. Sure, let's go for Magma Storm. Yeah, this is still... Oh, okay, that's really not good. Alright, so I'm going to go Mence. He is more than likely going to go for that, unless he is going to go for... Okay, that is good. Now here I can go for a Terra Steel and D-Dance. Okay. This is still just fairly okay here. I do kind of suspect that he's going to go for a... He's going to go for like an Iron Defense. So I'm going to just switch out here, not going to risk... What? Man, okay. Alright, yeah, that's not good. Losing Sneasler there, okay. Alright, this should still be fine, so long as I don't miss. Okay. I'm gonna Roar. I suspect he's gonna go for Shell Smash. If he goes for Surf or Hydro Pump, good on him. But I kinda have to play risky here now. Okay, very good. Alright, that's excellent. Getting rid of that. I'm bringing in ORTHWORM as I can Magma Storm again. Oh, man. None of this is just good at all. None of this is. But yeah, now he's just probably going to go for Surf. Okay, there we go. This is fine. I'm going to try to just T-Wave because he's more than likely going to try to set up on me here. I do also think he's going to switch. That's a possibility as well, switching into Glow King or ORTHWORM. Okay, that's also understandable. What I do kind of want to do, I'm going to go into Gliscor. Oh, man. Okay, I am going to go for Roost. Alright, that's fine. Now what I want to do is I just want to... okay. Yeah, no. I'm not going to do that, no. Okay. What I sort of feel like I need to do here is... I think I need to go into either... This sucks. This really sucks. Because going into Heatran is still not very good. I think going Mence. Okay, this is fine. Okay. I just need to go. I need to go for it. Okay. Yeah, I just need to get damage off on something. Okay. Now I know he's going to probably... I think he's gonna Earthquake here. Ugh, man, losing Sneasler is so bad. Okay, no, that is still fine. Okay, going for Knock again. That's alright. So now I'm gonna go into Bisharp. Okay. man. Okay, yeah. I still just don't like... Okay. Damage... anything? Okay, no. Alright, this is still fine. I think he's gonna go into ORTHWORM, I really do. It's really tough. Sure, let's go into Bishart. Okay, that is fine by me. Now what I kind of want to do here is I want to just go for rocks. Okay, that is fine. Now I Sucker Punch. Okay, so I got my rocks. And I killed Cloth. Okay, so I got a kill. Now I sort of suspect he's going to go into either possibly Palisand, or he might even go for Blastoise. I don't think... no. Okay, back. That's really rude. Okay. Now I just want to get damage off on this thing. This is probably Culver, if he sent this in here. Yep. I just need the damage off. That is fine, because Baxcalibur is dead here now. So, what I want to do is I want to go into Gliscor, and what I can do now is I can just Roost. There we go. Alright. And now I just want to SD. And sort of the plan here is now I'm going to SD and then just go for Brick Break. Facade. Okay, that's very interesting, to say the least. I do like it though. But my main goal right now is to hope for a para. If that doesn't come, then it doesn't come. But, okay. Excellent. Now I go for Brick Break. Okay. And then I probably could go for another Brick Break, or I could even just go for Knockoff, but I just want to go, okay, get this thing killed. Good. Now he's more than likely going to go into, I think, Blastoise. He knows I'm Knockoff right now. Okay. Alright, so what I am sort of thinking here is he's going to try to Shell Smash to get the sweep off, get greedy, expecting me to switch, but I kind of need to just stay in and just either try to kill this or something. Okay, very good. Okay! Alright, this is great. This is really good here. Because I couldn't afford that, but okay. Very, very good here. Alright. And if this goes down, this is fine, but... oh! Let's go! Gliscor! No way. No way Gliscor did this. Okay. Gliscor did it! Yo, guys! Okay. So, you wouldn't... no. So, Willow, the guy I prepped with here, he told me to run offensive Gliscor. Well, not exactly offensive, but SD Gliscor. It is so crazy that this thing did as much work as it did. I am beyond hype. Holy shit. Okay, shout out to Willow. Like, he's the one who helped me come up with this, getting rid of Earthquake on it over Brick Break. Brick Break genuinely saved me here, because it allowed me to hit ORTHWORM for super effective damage, as well as just like get rid of potential screens as well, but that didn't end up mattering. And then Facade, again, it didn't really matter. Actually, wait, no, I wasn't even Facade. That was one of my previous things, but I was Roost to keep myself healthy. That genuinely made me insanely hyped. Being able to stall out a little bit just so I could safely get that +2 attack. I did win that 50-50 with Blastoise. If he just went for the kill, I could have potentially been able to do that, but honestly, super crazy. Really good work on my opponent's part. I didn't expect half of this stuff. Like, honestly, ORTHWORM doing so much damage, like, that's pretty crazy. Facade ORTHWORM, that type. Not only that, but Blastoise, it did its job. Palisand, again, did its job. Cloth was a cool bring, I liked that. Banded backs, pretty hype. Glowking didn't really do much, which, I mean, that's sort of what Gliscor was here for. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, sorry for having you guys listen to me yap. I'm just super excited about this. But of course, everybody, if you liked what you saw today, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe to not miss any more of this ODL content. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.